Mattress stores, copy centers, and Sabaro. All of those are money laundering operations, and you can't convince me otherwise because you've never been to any of them. You never went, and actually, no one has been to any of them, and yet they're still here.
So why can't I spend this dirty drug money again? Because the government would get suspicious if you just go from being a bum to buying a nice house and car. Okay, so what do I do with all this money? Okay, I'll tell you, but you can't tell anybody because it can get me in trouble. Okay, tell me. You have to get that money clean by putting it through a bank through money laundering. Okay.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be talking about money laundering, cleaning cash, dirty business. It's not about Tide Pods, it's about shady deposits, turning sketchy money into, this totally legit funds. From offshore accounts to fake businesses, the rinse cycle never stops. Just remember, the feds do their own spin cycles too. So without further ado guys, let's dive into the videos and watch.
So a couple of years ago on my old TikTok account, I posted a video about how T-Mobile is just fucking us. Like, they're just fucking us, taking our money right under our noses. Pretty sure there's some money laundering going on there. Who knows? They have several lawsuits against them. But I run fucking circles around T-Mobile. So I've been with T-Mobile for several years. I have their Essential Savers plan. It's their cheapest plan. You can't even get it anymore. It's a grandfathered in plan. It's supposed to be $50 a month. Tell me why I still pay $68 a month for that fucking plan. And then, so rewind, like 2 years ago, I had to call T-Mobile and have them credit me almost $400 that they had stolen from me. That would have just kept, they would have just kept, nobody would have batted an eye. They would have just taken my fucking money. Had I not caught on to it because I was on auto pay. So I took myself off of auto pay and realized quickly that my bills weren't what they were supposed to be, and they were taking way more money out of my account than they were supposed to for like a long period of time. I was even still paying service on a device that we canceled service on, and we didn't even have that device anymore. For like 2 years we hadn't had that device. And they were still charging me service for that. Service that wasn't being used for 2 years. Like, you guys aren't saying that there's no data, there's no calls, there's no texting, that there's nothing happening on this line for 2 years and you're still charged. Like, after we canceled it too, mind you, we called them because we went into T-Mobile to try to get them to cancel it. They said, we can't do that here. You need to call this number, like the 611 number or whatever. So we called that and they canceled it when in fact they didn't cancel it. They kept charging us. And I didn't know because I was on auto pay. So if you have T-Mobile and you're on auto pay and you think, oh, I'm saving money by being on auto pay, go check your bill and your bank statements. Because I almost guarantee you T-Mobile is taking more money than they're supposed to be fucking taking. T-Mobile credited me almost $400 to my T-Mobile account 2 years ago when all that shit happened. And let me tell you right now, I wish I had known better then to ask them for a check for that amount, because they put those credits on my T-Mobile account, and at the end of the day, those credits for T-Mobile that they gave back to me, that came out of my bank account. That was cash money that they took from my bank account that they converted into T-Mobile credits that are only good with T-Mobile. So at the end of the day, T-Mobile still gets that money and I'm SOL. So if you have T-Mobile, go check your shit. Take your shit off auto pay. It's been years that they've been doing this. I don't know how they're still in business.
Yeah, pretty interesting story, guys. Let me know in the comments below what do you think about that. What happened with your T-Mobile accounts? Have you ever had the same problems? You know, I can tell you that my friends faced the same problem with Verizon several months ago, and Verizon had the same things. You know, they called the Verizon and they like restored their account and add some credit to it. So, but in any case, you know, I will be happy to read all your comments. Please guys, like, share, subscriptions. It's really important for me because, you know, I try to grow this channel and it's really important for me to have all of this support from you guys. Okay, let's dive in the next video and watch, guys.
Okay, so who was keeping Long John Silver's in business? Who was keeping Long John Silver's in business? If you eat Long John Silver's, are you still with us? Because whenever I drive by, for one, there's not one out by me. I'm in a completely different city, different county, and I've seen two. And there's nobody in the parking lot. The open sign is on, and there's clearly people in there working. But they don't look like they're making any food. So my question is, I already know y'all be eating them nasty filet of fish from McDonald's. Those are disgusting. But Long John Silver's, a fast food fish place specifically, you guys are actually eating that? Who's eating that? Or is it a money laundering service? I am convinced it's a money laundering service. You know what else I think is a money laundering place? The corner of Telegraph and Grand River. There's a flower shop right there in the corner. They just put a weed shop right next to it. Money laundering business. I've never seen anybody come out of that place with flowers. Ever. Ever. If you have, please prove me wrong. I've never seen anyone come out of that floral shop with flowers. Ever. They be having flowers outside. I'm convinced y'all have drugs in the dirt of the flower pots and y'all sell them, and it's a money laundering business. I'm convinced, you can't tell me otherwise. Just like Long John Silver's. Y'all packing heat in them filet of fish sandwiches. Y'all gotta be. Y'all gotta be. You convince me otherwise. Somebody convince me otherwise. Show me a video or a picture of you actively eating Long John Silver's. And or show me a picture or a video out of that floral shop with flowers. I want to see it to prove me wrong. Otherwise, both those places are money laundering businesses. They just show me proof. Otherwise, I'm convinced my conspiracy is real. Love you, bye.
Okay, what do you think about that, guys? Let me know in the comments below, you know. Is it the money laundering business or just this lady just, you know, trying to, you know, to create some story here. So basically, guys, let's dive next with some conspiracy here, okay? Well, let's dive in and watch.
Hi, you guys. Today we're going to be talking about my conspiracy theories series. Try to say that 3 times fast. We'll be talking about how money laundering could potentially be a cover-up. No, that's wrong. We're going to be talking about how the modern art industry could potentially be a cover-up for money laundering. What does this mean? We have simple paintings going for hundreds of millions of dollars. You're telling me this sold for almost $200 million, this picture? I understand some Leonardo da Vinci type things. Picasso, that though? Are you serious? Are you serious? So what do you guys think? I think that it's a cover up for the money laundering scheme. Because ain't no way. Nobody really knows. If so, come my way. I could throw some paint out of paper.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely look like a money laundering business for such picture of $142 million, something like this. That's incredible, you know. Probably, you know, I will definitely gonna attend some, you know, painting courses and try to be a painter for such amounts. I actually heard the story about one guy that actually used his paintings as a collateral in the bank, and he received loans for his pictures, you know, his art, and it was a pretty profitable business for him, you know, guys. If you have any friends like this, or what do you think about that, let me know in the comments below. I will be very happy to read them all. Okay, guys, let's dive next video and watch.
Let's do a money laundering review on shopping malls. This is based on your feedback in the comment section of my other video. So this information comes from you, please. Number 1, carpet shops. Very popular in the money laundering conversation. It's probably because there are too many in a mall and these are usually empty. So I kind of get where the people are coming. Number 2, cell phone cover, bubbly screen protector shops, usually manned by men of Asian descent. Always empty also, so very popular in the money laundering conversation in my previous video. I kind of understand. Thirdly, wimpy. This one I disagree with because wimpy is very popular amongst the white elderly between the morning and the end of breakfast. So they do get a lot of revenue. Then there's biltong shops and perfume shops. Very popular in the money laundering conversations. Also because there's no one in there usually and the products are really cheap. So this came up a lot. Then there's crazy stores. This one I don't believe or agree with because there's lots of traffic at crazy stores and they have captured the party scene market. So your heliums, your balloons, they make a lot of money from it. Then there's water shops. I kind of agree and disagree because I've never seen anyone carrying water at a shopping mall, but at the local shopping centers, you see a lot of water activity. So yes and no, in my opinion. Then there was a lot of mention of the following malls: Savannah Mall, Men Lane, Sentin, Oceans, Gateway. Aibo, nenzani lapho? Then there's mattress shops. They came up a lot because no one has ever seen anyone carrying a mattress either inside or outside a shopping mall, and there's usually no people inside the mattress store anyway. So yeah. Then there's sweet shops. This one I kind of agree with because they are full of candy, those sweet shops, but who's in there? No one's ever in there. I've never. Then there's bookstores, which were defended a lot by the people that love reading, saying that they spend a lot of money on books. But also, there's no one hardly at bookstores. I mean, exclusive books at some point had to shut down at Maponia. So there's also a place called eToons in Mpumalanga. Now, this seems to be a private thing owned by a private person, so I'm not going to comment on it. It just came up a lot in the comment section. Also, it's in Mpumalanga, so I don't want to be pew-pewed. Then there's Verimark stores, which also came up a lot. Now, Verimark is owned by a larger mother brand, so I don't think that they would want to launder money. I don't know. Then there are boutique shops. This one came up a lot because people are saying those dresses are ugly and no one is ever in there and no one ever buys from there. Now, I have never been to a boutique shop because I'm a guy, right? So yeah, those are the most of the stores or most of the businesses that trended a lot for being suspicious for money laundering. Let me know what you think and let me know who I've left out.
What do you thought about that, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe you have something else in mind than other places, which is actually, is good for laundering business, money laundering business, something like this. Okay, let me know in the comment below, and let's jump in the next video.
So Cash App got a new federal indictment that's going out to over 50,000 people all over America. Everybody who's using Cash App. For the sake of, it's called money laundering. Anytime you playing games with them Cash Apps and you sending that money over there to your bank account and then it's coming back over there to you, it's called money laundering. There's so many inmates that's locked up where people are going out receiving money from inmates that's not even supposed to have a cell phone to begin with. It's called money laundering. You're receiving dirty money to your Cash App, you transferring it over to your bank account where your clean money is. Now let me tell you what happens with that. Once they find out that they aren't able to track that because the government wants its taxes, you're not paying your taxes, it's a crime. So I want y'all to understand something. I want y'all to be very careful and listen to what I'm telling you. Do not accept money to your Cash App. That's not legal. Because you have to pay taxes on everything you get. You have to pay taxes on every dollar you receive. If you notice when you set up a Cash App, it asks you, do you want to get a business account? Your best bet is to get a business account. Free game.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good thing, pretty good from this gentleman, and he's right. If you're receiving money, you pay taxes for sure. And you see Cash App have a problem with this. Probably the people that use Cash App can have a problem. So always do your research. Always do your research. Okay, guys, let's dive in the next video and watch.
Car washes gotta be the new way for money laundering. Like, I don't know where y'all stay at, but we got like 20 different ones, and I'm not even in like a major city or anything. And if you like sit back and really think about it, it makes sense, because laundromats, I feel like that was the big thing back in the day. Nobody uses those, so that's gonna be too obvious. But now I feel like they switched the game up to car washes. Cause like, why do we need so many different car washes and they all do about the same level of job? Like, none's like better than the other. I feel like car washes and Arby's got to be the two biggest money laundering fronts in America right now. Because as we know, nobody eats at Arby's. Like, just think about it. How many times have you been with somebody and they say, hey man, I'm hungry, you trying to go get some Arby's? Like, that doesn't happen. I don't even know what's good at Arby's besides, I guess, the curly fries, but that's not enough to make me want to go eat there for lunch, dinner, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like we already knew this about Arby's, but the car washes, definitely. You can't convince me otherwise.
Okay, guys, let me know what you think about that in the comments below. I'm really glad for all your comments, followings, share, subscriptions. It's really important for me, guys, so please do not forget to do that. I'm trying to just grow this channel. Okay, guys, let's watch next video. It's gonna be pretty interesting one.
I was laundering money. I had some businesses, but no,
How were you laundering your money?
So I started out doing it small. So I learned to do it through like buying like boats, cars,
Cash?
buying cash, and then I turn right around selling for a check. I didn't want to make no money. So I would like find a good deal on a boat, a car or something, and I'd buy it, give them cash, $5,000 to $10,000, something small, and I'd turn around and sell it. And sometimes I'd lose money, but I didn't care. I just wanted that check. So once I got like $50,000 in the bank through check, and then I start like investing, I tell people all the time, like pool business, lawn businesses are great too. And the reason why is because the equipment is cheap and you can pay cash for it. And then you can buy accounts. So you can go to like lawn companies, pool companies, and be like, hey, do you want to sell any of your bag counts or anything like that? And you can buy their accounts cash. People want cash. So now you got money coming in. Say it costs you $1,000 a week to run it. I would spend $500 in cash, and I'd put the rest, and I'd spend the other $500 out of my business account. So now I'm laundering money that away too. Once I got enough money put up, I'd finance a house interest only. And what I would do is I'd find a house that was like really run down, like beyond run down, and I would get it for a decent price. And I didn't care about making a profit. What I wanted to do was renovate it with drug money, because nobody knows that I'm paying everything in cash. So I'm remodeling this house. So I took a house that I had enough money to put down and did interest only, got my credit right, and I bought this house. Say I bought a house for $100,000. Now it's worth $250,000 or $200,000 because I bought it for $100,000 that it's run down. So I'd put $100,000 in remodel in it. All I really want to do is just get my money back in a check. Now I got $100,000, I'd buy a $200,000 house. So that's what I would do, just keep flipping it back into other houses, and I would just continue the process.
Very interesting thoughts, guys. Yeah, See, I'm trying to add different things in the show, different thoughts. And that's not instructions, not financial advices, guys. Here, I don't do any financial advices, but definitely, just for, for enjoyment purposes, no financial advices. But I think it was really interesting to know about that, Okay, let's dive in the next video, guys, and watch.
Mattress stores, copy centers, and Sbarro. All of those are money laundering operations. And you can't convince me otherwise, because you've never been to any of them. You never went. And actually no one has been to any of them. And yet they're still here. I actually don't know how, but they are money laundering. So to the people who own them, you're done. We're on to you.
Definitely. What do you think about that, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Is this gentleman right or not?
Would run money through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different companies and ultimately have it out in Austria or the Cayman Islands or other places that we put it. And to bring it back in, we would house money. The reason we did it in Austria because they had no agreement with America. The same with the Cayman Islands. They had no agreement. So I can go to Austria, put $100 million in a bank, take a bank loan back from them. They're really lending me my own money, but it comes to me in the form of a loan. So nobody can say, well, how'd you get the money? Well, I went to Austria, and their credit stipulation is a little different than it is here. I presented a deal to them. I'm building this place. I'm doing that. So they lent me $50 million. So that's one way to launder it, and that's the way we would do it back then. There's various ways now. It's a lot more difficult, like I said, because they have more checks and balances in place, but there's always a way to launder money.
Yeah, interesting thoughts about how to launder money. Trying to add in the different thoughts for you guys, and show you all the stuff here. So, I hope you appreciate this, guys. But one more time, not financial advice here, okay? Okay, guys, let's dive into the next video and watch.
Prison wives, if you sending cash apps to your man in jail or he's sending you cash apps, you are going to the federal penitentiary. I'm going to tell you how. It's called money laundering. Money laundering is a real thing. It's called accepting dirty cash into one account and shipping it to a clean account. It makes it look like you cleaning the money. Now, these inmates not going to tell y'all that because they don't want y'all to know this. They don't want you to know that you can get in trouble, you can go to jail. Reason being is because they do not want you to leave. They need to secure that bag. And in order to do that, they need to keep you in denial about all the illegal things that they have you doing while they are incarcerated. What you fail to realize is you will be the only one suffering in the end. He will go to the hole, you will go to the federal penitentiary, or they will put you in a position where you are forced to tell on that man. Now, you have to take all things in consideration. Nobody is there for him for a reason. And the ones who's there for him, it's a reason he's not asking them to do the things that he's asking you to do. Free game.
Okay, guys, what do you think about that? You see, you can have a problem if you sending money through Cash App to your friends, or I don't know, husbands that are in jail. Okay, guys, let's watch next video about a gentleman that laundered his money for years. Okay, let's dive in. Watch.
How did you launder your money?
I went and purchased a cheaper house that needed a lot of renovation. So I only put enough to put down on them. So what I would do, just enough. And I do like interest only loans. And then I would take that need like $100,000 renovation. I'd do it all in cash because the bank, nobody knows. I put $100,000 into it as much as I could without losing money. So I'd take the house and I'd do that, and then I'd sell it. And then now I'd have over $100,000 in equity, like in real money. So now I'd find a bigger project, put the whole $100,000 down. Then I would find a house that needed $150,000. So when they look at you, they're like, oh, he's flipping houses. He's got a business.
Yeah, definitely, guys. You see, this is how you can create a business, and this is how it works. I decided to add one more video in this show here, and it's gonna be quite controversial video because this is about UK and what happened there. That the guys from police have arrested the man that have carried like 1,000 pounds in cash because they thought that he's a drug dealer or something like this. And it's very controversial, but I decided to add it in the show because I tried to show you different parts of the the states, different parts of the countries and other stuff, and just give you some juice in the show. Okay, guys, so let's dive into the video and watch.
Yeah, go on, you carry on. You don't know the law. You don't have to have. You don't have to have drugs on your money seized. You don't have to be involved in a crime. You do. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't know the law. You don't know the law.
A UK police officer claims that carrying over £1,000 in cash is grounds for money laundering. Sounds ridiculous, right? But what unfolds next takes an even more surreal turn. And trust me, you're not prepared for how quickly this escalates. It all begins with a simple, reasonable question. On what grounds are you seizing my money? But the response? Alarming. The officers don't reference any evidence. No crime, no drugs, just the amount of cash. Their logic? If you're not employed and have more than £1,000 on you, they can take it. That's it. No further justification. Just cash and suspicion. The man stays composed but firm. He challenges them, asks under what law they're acting. Suddenly the officers start scrambling. Their answers loop in circles. They can't cite a crime because there isn't one. Instead, they shift tactics. We don't need drugs to seize your money. And that's when the situation takes a darker turn. They decide to detain him. Why? For a drug search. Still no evidence. Still no probable cause, but now he's being taken in because he dared to understand his rights better than they did. Then the female officer arrives and everything changes. She doesn't de-escalate. She intensifies the pressure. The intimidation ramps up. And if you think it can't get worse, keep watching. You'll see just how quickly your rights can be twisted when laws are vague and unchecked authority is at play.
Back it up, there's cash in the car, there's over £1,000 to be seized.
Yeah, no, it's mine. She's no for that.
Yeah, over £1,000 you can seize it. About money laundering, anything over £1,000.
Money laundering.
But if you can prove that it's yours, whatever, it's no problem.
That's what you
But it's just going to check.
So what grounds are you using for money laundering?
You just anyone over £1,000 you can have because if you
Yeah,
haven't got a
you've got
valid
to-
reason to have it, you don't work, you've got £1,000.
You don't have to
So
have
what
a
we'll do
reason
is,
to owe money.
well, we can seize it and we can investigate why you've got £1,000
Yeah, you can
cash,
look before
and then
then
you
as
can,
well.
yeah, and you can if you can prove it, you just get it back.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're obviously it's an investigation. We'll have to get interviews about it.
Why you're investigating?
Why you've got £1,000?
There's no evidence saying anything like you can have £1,000.
Well,
You've
if
got to have a reason to investigate
yeah, well,
it.
we believe that you £1,000.
What do you believe?
I believe that it's linked to drugs myself.
Oh, do you? And
Yeah.
what grounds have you got to believe that?
Well, that's what we'll investigate. We're going to take you down and
Have you
get
got any
you
drugs? Have you
searched.
found any drugs? Have you
Over
got
£1,000. If you've got over £1,000 in your
Yeah,
car, we
yeah.
can seize that under
If
money
I
laundering.
have drugs on me, yeah?
No, you can seize any of that. That's
You
a different.
can't.
No, that's a proceeds of crime act. That's different. That's a proceeds
Yeah,
of crime.
do you understand what an act is?
But if you had drugs on you now, the money would be seized as part of the drug dealing
Yeah, but
proceeds
it's
of
no
crime.
drugs,
This is
so
money.
you've got
Yeah,
no
no,
excuse,
this is
you've
money
got no
laundering.
grounds.
No, we can't seize it for you to prove why you got £1,000.
I don't have to prove anything. You have to prove
no,
that
you
I've done
don't.
something wrong. You
No,
do.
you don't.
Innocent till proven
Okay,
innocent.
we'll take it, and then you can discuss all that later, can't we? We'll give you your Form A's. Don't worry about it. We'll all get investigated. That's if you've got over £1,000. You might not even have over £1,000. That's why we can't seize it.
It's roughly about £1,000.
Well, we'll find out now, won't we? How much?
875.
There you go, it's only over £1,000. But if it's over £1,000,
I don't know the law, study lawyer.
oh yeah, well you'll know then over £1,000 we can seize it. You know that then, don't you?
Yeah, I know that.
So
Yeah.
we can seize it, and then you have to
have reasonable grounds to seize it. If you find drugs, right, or anything connected with crime. Listen, it's got to be a crime. Listen, I'm not arguing with you. Go on, you carry on.
You don't know the law.
Oh,
You don't have to have. You don't have to have drugs or your money seized. You don't have to be involved in a crime.
You do?
No, you don't.
can't
No, you
seize
don't. You don't know the law. You don't know the law. Go home. You don't. Go home. Go home and study the law. Because I'm saying that on camera. You do not know the law. You don't have to have drugs. You don't.
Incorrect.
No, you were incorrect and you look very silly. I hope you show all your friends. I hope you post it on Facebook and also
stop
everyone
waving
can
your hands
say.
about. You might catch me in the eye.
I'm not going to catch you in the eye.
You're swinging your
What
hands
I'm saying
around.
is,
You're
you don't know
acting
the
like a
law.
crazy lady.
When you go
You're
home,
acting like
when
a
you go
crazy
home,
lady.
you research
You're
the
acting
law.
like a crazy lady.
You don't know the law.
You don't
do
know
not
the
know
law.
the
You
law.
haven't got a
No.
clue what you're enforcing.
I've been in
You
job
haven't got a
17
clue.
years. You haven't
Yeah,
got a clue.
you're enforcing
You've
policy.
not got a clue.
Enforcing
Stand over.
policy which is against the law.
No, you don't know.
No, I do. Trust me.
Embarrassed when you find out.
Oh, you will be embarrassed when you find out. So where's that money? She put it back. Oh, she got it.
Your wallet?
Yeah, I can have that.
No, that's not good. Hi, Reg. You're going to come with us, mate. We're going to have to move your car, though. Have you got the car key on you?
Yeah.
We're going to have to move the car for you. Okay. You're going to be coming in for a drug search, okay? For you detained at the moment. We'll take you down to the World Custody Suite. It's all on camera, obviously. We'll do a drug search with you. If you're negative, then obviously you'll be released. If you're not negative, then we'll have to do it a bit in other ways, okay?
Yeah, it's terrible, guys. You know, it's only £1,000 in cash. You know, I'm pretty sure that drug dealers are just moving their cars definitely a lot more than £1,000. Or I don't know. Sometimes they move in millions, and this is like. It's crazy, but this is what happened. You know, this is why I'm showing all this stuff here because I think it's useful. You know, you can use it. You can for your education purposes, just for just to see what is going on in the world. It's definitely crazy. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm done for today. See you in the next episode. Like always, guys, be safe and bye for now.